Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Sports Church right here on the VRR Vet Revolt Radio. I'm your host, John Kerwin, a.k.a. Mini. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was my MOS. Yo, yes. I'm a card carrying member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly, and a founding member, OG of VRR. Come join us here as we gather together to worship at the altar of competition where grown men and women drive around in circles, play with balls, and beat the shit out of each other. Got a lot to pack in and a short time to do it, so we're going to get right to it. We are short pimp this week, but we will cover a little NFL news if it's out there for you. So first up, he's my co-host on The Bar, which you can catch every Saturday night at 2100 right here on VRR, on the Facebooks. We're on Rumble. We're on YouTube as well. So make sure you get over to those pages. I'm going to be going over to Rumble here in a second to look at that chat. And yeah, he's a United States Naval veteran, a Fleet Marine for Force Corpsman, hence the name Devil Dog. Please welcome him to the bald ass head. Ah! Damn, that thing's bald.
What's up?
Polish that thing with a buffer, don't you?
No.
Uh-huh. What is
Nothing much. Hanging in there, watching the K-Rod podcast.
Who?
Michael K. and Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't like Alex Rodriguez.
Neither do I, but it's actually interesting because he actually behaves himself for once.
Hey, well, there you go. All right, next up, he's Pops. We call him Pops because he's my Pops. He's our auto racing expert. He's been in the biz, if you will, for about 50 years in every way, shape, and form. So please welcome to the church, Pops.
Hello. I can't believe we got the NASCAR Cup race done just as we got on the air. So we'll have the details of that along with all the rest of the racing news, which has been a busy weekend. F1, IndyCar, NASCAR. What the heck is the name of the battle scarred veterans?
Yeah.
They were in Daytona running on the big track at Daytona Beach.
Nice. Very cool. All right. So, yeah.
Comms is checking in.
Yeah. There he is. There's Comms. What's going on, Alyssa? All right. Next up, he's been my friend for about 25 plus years now. We met at the all-inclusive resort known as 43 Area Las Pulgas in the completely holistic company, ammo company. Guest of the first four-star support group, First Supply Battalion Ammo Company. He's our betting guru and our MMA contributor. Please welcome to the church, Brother Bishop Pook Dawg.
There we are.
Yes, brother.
I'm sorry, but like I got to get on my knees.
It's the brother Bishop Pook Dawg from the First Sports Church. Nothing but the truth here.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm excellent. I'm doing well out here. It's nice outside. It's probably 80 degrees outside right now. I'm enjoying. I didn't even check the weather in the Midwest. It could be 70 degrees and sunny for all I know at this time of year.
43.
That's a nope. Nope. 43, cloudy, rainy.
No, 43 with sun.
April showers bring May flowers, you know.
It's the rumor.
That's the rumor. That is the rumor. Well, there's a lot of base and a lot of rumors too. You know, there's a lot of truth in it. Some, you know, you gotta get past all the bullshit. You gotta sift through it, but there's a lot of truth in a lot of rumors.
All right, man. What's new with you? Anything?
Nothing new with me. Not much happening in MMA this week. We'll get into that during my segment. Not much happening in MMA. Gamebred put on a George Masvidal put on a boxing promotion. We'll talk about that. Roy Jones Jr. fought Anthony Pettis. That's kind of interesting. I didn't actually see the fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the promotion a little bit. Talk about MMAers and boxing a little bit, maybe. We'll talk about this upcoming Israel Adesanya Alex Pereira fight. We'll talk about that. you might be surprised who is the favorite in that fight. We'll get into that later. We'll get into all that later. Those are just teasers.
Okay.
Little teasers.
Yeah. All right, Doc, what you got for us this week?
A little bit of basketball, a little bit of college basketball, a little bit of baseball, a little bit of college baseball.
Jesus. Well, might want to get into it then. Let's go.
All right. So, and hockey for, those people that pay attention to hockey. So, here we go. Right off the bat, let me pull it up. We will start with the NBA. So, as you all know, they have a play-in tournament getting ready to start. 4 teams going to the play-on tournament. Only one comes out to move on. So, right now, Milwaukee's number 1 in the East. Boston's number 2. Sixers are 3rd. Cleveland is 4th. Knicks are 5th. That other team in New York, the Nets, are 6th. Then play-in tournament bound right now, Toronto. You've got the Miami Heat, the Atlanta Hawks, and Pook's Chicago Bulls, surprisingly. Eliminated are the Detroit Pistons, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Orlando Magic. On the cusp of being eliminated, depending on how tonight goes, are the Wizards and the Pacers. In the Western Conference, number 1 is Denver. Number 2 is Memphis. Shockingly, number 3 is the Sacramento Kings. Number 4 is Phoenix. 5 is Golden State. 6, the team formerly known as the San Diego Clippers, the LA Clippers. The play-in tournament-bound teams most likely will be the New Orleans Pelicans, the Los Angeles Lakers, Jesus Christ, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Oklahoma City Thunder, formerly known as the Seattle Supersonics. Eliminated Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs. Sorry, BB Nation, your Portland Trailblazers are out of it. Most likely next to bump out will be the Utah Jazz, and depending on how the next 2 games go for Dallas is whether or not they're going to get eliminated. That's it for the NBA. All right. Now moving on to NHL. Western Conference. Number 1 in the Central is Minnesota. Number 2 is Colorado. Number 3 is Dallas. Number 4 is Winnipeg. Number 5 is Nashville. Number 6, St. Louis. Pacific Division. Number 1, the Vegas Golden Knights. Number 2, the Edmonton Oilers. Number 3, the LA Kings. Number 4, the best named team in all of hockey, the Seattle Kraken. Number 5 is the Calgary Flames. I don't know why. That sounds weird. And then you have the Vancouver Canucks. Eliminated are the Arizona whatever, the Chicago Blackhawks, the San Jose Sharks, and the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Now we move on to the Eastern Conference Metropolitan Division. Number 1 team is the Carolina. Number 2 is New Jersey. Number 3 is New York Rangers. Number 4 is the New York Islanders. Number 5 is the Pittsburgh Penguins. Number 6 is the Washington Capitals. Eliminated are the Philly Flyers and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Moving on to the Atlantic Division with the best record in all of hockey. Number 1 overall team at 59-12 with 124 points. Chance to get 64 wins and 103 total points for the season is my Boston Bruins. Number 2 is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Number 3 is the Tampa Bay Lightning. Number 4 is the Florida Panthers. Number 5 is the Buffalo Sabres. 6, the Ottawa Senators. Somehow or another, hanging on by a thread, is them damn Detroit Red Wings. Eliminated, sorry, Chris Benoit, your Montreal Canadiens are cookies. And that's all we have to say for hockey. Moving on to college baseball. Teams that have dropped out: Grand Canyon, Missouri, my alma mater, Texas A&M dropped out. Old Miss dropped out. Number 25 is Iowa. 24 is West Virginia. 23 is Miami. 22 is Texas Tech. 21 is Texas. 20 is UConn. 19 is Coastal Carolina. 18 is Kentucky. 17 is Oklahoma State. 16 is Florida Gulf Coast. 15th is Campbell University, wherever the hell they are. 14 is Boston College. 13 is North Carolina. 12th is the University of Caucasians Lost in Asia. 11th is Louisville. 10th is Tennessee. 9th is South Carolina. 8th is East Carolina. Yep, you heard that right. 7th is Stanford. 6th is Arkansas. 5th is Virginia. 4th is Vanderbilt. 3rd is Florida. 2 is Wake Forest. And number 1 is LSU. All right, that's college baseball. Got that done with. All right, college basketball. Today we had the women's championship. It was LSU versus Iowa. LSU scored the most points ever in a women's national championship game, 103. And the beast that is Caitlin Clark, she had 30 points. She gets to play another year because she is still ineligible for the WNBA. Watch out for her. She's going to be phenomenal. Tomorrow, you have 2 powerhouse teams playing in the men's national championship game. The San Diego State Aztecs against the men from the University of Connecticut. And I'm going out on a limb and saying that San Diego State will win the national championship. That's all we got for college basketball. All right.
Hey,
yo,
I want to interject really quick. You said 103. 103, that's the highest score ever in a women's.
Yeah, for a national championship game.
For a national championship game, right? That's what you said, right? Where do we get the transgenders in there? You just wait. They're going to blow that scoreboard up.
Had to say it, didn't you, man?
And there went the squirrel.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm moving on to baseball.
Yay!
So there was a statistic that came out today. Got it right here. In 2019, the average time for a 9-inning game was 3 hours and 5 minutes. In 2020, the shortened season due to COVID, was 3 hours and 7 minutes. 2021 was 3 hours and 10 minutes. 2022 was 3 hours and 3 minutes. So far in the whopping 3 games we have had this season, it has been 2 hours and 38 minutes. And the other night, the Cleveland Guardians got I can't say it. The Cleveland Indians against the Seattle Mariners. That baseball game was exactly 2 hours and 3 minutes long.
You know what the real problem is? There's not enough time to drink beer now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Possibly.
it just, I don't know.
My roommate, baseball purist, does not like the new pitch clock. He is ranting about it earlier. He was literally ranting. Before I got on the air, he was ranting about it, saying, "Okay, you want to shorten the games? Why not just make it a one inning game? What the hell? That's not baseball. That's his attitude. He really feels like that. And everywhere I'm looking in the media, they're celebrating it. But I mean, he's a fan. I mean, that's anecdotal. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Minnie, are you a baseball purist or do you like this clock?
And I think it's all right. Like, I'm not going to waste that much energy on something that I'm not going to be able to change. I don't think it's great, but if they would add a bit more time, 5 seconds to each thing, then I'd be okay with that.
Some of these pitchers are on a bit, because I've watched a couple games because I put some action on some games just for fun. Some of these pitchers are faster than that clock, way faster.
Yeah,
way faster. And I mean, it's just that. So I don't know if that clock, to me, these guys that use more time than that clock, man, I don't know.
I heard a pitcher say the other day it's keeping him from jumping inside of his head. He's just focused on his next pitch, not going, wait, am I supposed to throw this pitch? I'm going to go with this pitch or my 19th pitch. Wait, what the hell did I just do? What were we talking about?
I might
gets out of his head.
I might actually be on the other side of this. Maybe they should have had a pitch clock in 1908.
They should have had a batter's clock a long time ago. All I'm saying. Oh, and to answer Chris Benoit's question, when was the last time a team that had won the President's Trophy won the Stanley Cup? Okay, Chris, I'm going to blow your world. It was 2012, the Chicago Blackhawks. And since then, no other team has done it. And I am true that I believe that my Boston Bruins will do it. And I'm sorry your Canadians suck. All right, now back on to baseball. American League. You have the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, 3-0. Two-way tie for second place. The Yankees at 2-1. The Red Sox at 2-1. Oh, wow, here's a shocker. The Toronto Blue Jays, 1-2, with the Baltimore Orioles at 1-2. Moving on to the Central. Those Minnesota Twins are 3-0. The Cleveland Indians are 2-1. The Meth Heads on the south side of Chicago are 2-2. And bringing up the rear like usual are the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers at 0-3. In the Western Division, oddly enough, this is a shocker. The Texas Rangers are 2-0. The Angels are 2-1. The Houston Astros, shockingly, are 2-2. The Seattle Mariners are 1-2. And hopefully soon, the Las Vegas Oakland A's are 1-2. Moving on to the National League, Coms, my wife Alyssa, her team is 3-1. The Braves are 2-1.
Her fantasy team isn't.
Yeah. The Montreal Expos, the Washington Nationals are 1-2. The Miami Marlins are 1-3, and the Phillies are 0-2. Wow, there's a shocker. Moving on to the Central Division, you have a whopping three-way tie for first with the Cardinals, the Reds, and the Brewers at 2-1. Then there's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cubs in second place at 1-2. And then Pook's going to laugh his ass off at this. We move on to the National League West. There is a whopping four-way tie for first place at 2-2 between the Dodgers, the Padres, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Potheads in Colorado. Then the San Francisco Giants are 1-2. And that's all we got for baseball.
That's all we got. We got nothing else. Now you talk about how excited we are that it's finally on.
I am highly excited it's on. I am very happy it's back. Yes, Chris, I said Cleveland's 3-1. Yes.
What?
My God, man.
What happened to San Diego in those first two games? I bet on them just for shits and giggles. What's that about? What was that? What happened there? What was going on there?
Signed a 2-year deal with the Steelers.
Have a whopping breaking news for the NFL.
Okay.
J.J. Watt came out of retirement and signed a contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
For 2 years.
What?
For 2 years. All three Watt brothers are now on the same team.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be a nightmare, man.
I know, right?
Could you imagine?
Cool.
That's
Could you imagine?
epic.
Are they going to put numbers after their name, like what 1, what 2, what 3?
Yeah, right. OG
Like
Watt.
thing 1, thing 2. Yeah, that's
You're welcome.
OG Watt, baby Watt, middle Watt.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. And Coms just came down with that breaking news.
Oh, nice.
So that's all I got. Oh, yeah, Tom. All Watt brothers are now playing for the same team.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, Double Doc, what happened to San Diego the first two games of that series with
Colorado?
With the Rockies, yeah. What happened there, man? They didn't have no bats, man.
They did and they didn't, and then they woke up, and then crazy fluke rain. But then they came alive yesterday and today.
They did come alive yesterday. I wasn't that surprised because it's hard to beat a team on the road 3 in a row. I wasn't that surprised about that, but the first 2 games were shocking.
Yeah. The lack of stuff that was actually going on was, I was like, wow, okay. Yep.
Because I bet on San Diego like a sucker. Not chump change, pocket change, but I bet on them like just because I wanted to watch a game.
The Red Sox have done something that nobody's done other than the 78 Brewers. They have scored 9+ runs in their first 3 games of the season.
Yeah, what's going on with that? I thought they were going to suck.
I'm saying it. Kike Hernandez, my brother from another mother, he needs to keep wearing those mint flavored shoes. That's all I'm saying.
It's the shoes, huh?
Yes, it's a mint flavor. It's a mint colored shoes, man.
Okay.
I'd like to taste the shoes. I want to taste them. The mint flavored shoes. I want to taste the shoes.
It looked funny with Red Sox, and you see these like mint flavored spikes. I'm like, what the hell? Boom, home run. Okay, yep, keep the shoes.
I like it. Yeah, I'm excited. It's going. I'm already about the pitch clock thing, and there's nothing we can do about it. I do like the game being sped up a little bit. I wish they would give them a few more seconds, but I don't know. We'll see how they adjust, how much complaining, how many blowups we have. If it gets serious by the All-Star break, maybe MLB looks at it and goes, all right, we're going to give you 3 more seconds with a batter with nobody on base and 3 more seconds with a runner on base and do that. But, I mean, I'm excited it started. I'm realistic about my Cubs. I'm kind of hoping for a middle-of-the-road performance. I don't think they're going to beat out the Brewers or the Cardinals, but hopefully they're above the Reds and the Pirates this year, and then move a little closer to pick up a few more key pieces. I'm loving Dansby Swanson, though. I saw him make a play. Had to go to his right and then some, fell on his butt, fired the ball, and threw out a pretty good, pretty fast Pirate. Or Brewer, excuse me. And so it's nice to see him at form. What's his name? Rondon was the first. He's in Major League history now because he's the first player to get knocked for not following on with the pitch clock. He did that on opening day, so good job to you, sir. But I don't know. Anything else you got, Kyle, about
Stroman, your Cub, he didn't care. He was the first one dinged.
Yeah, it was a Stroman. Okay, it was Stroman.
Yeah, it was Stroman. Yeah. He just didn't give a rat's ass, didn't care. Like, okay, fine, I'll strike out the next guy. I don't give 2 shits.
Yeah, I guess, it's you got to have that attitude about it, man, because it's absolutely nothing you can do. It is a rule. It is, so let it be written, so let it be done.
Yep.
And
the Angels outfielder, his last name starts with an R. He's in some deep shit because he went after a fan.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah, he slapped a dude or something.
Slapped a dude, grabbed his the fan grabbed his jersey or something, and he went after his ass, which you're kind of not supposed to do. You're supposed to hold yourself back. So he's in some deep shit. Rendon.
Okay. Yeah, I don't wonder what they're gonna do about that. I mean, did he actually make contact with the guy or anything like that?
They're investigating it.
They're investigating. What's to investigate? It's on video. What's to investigate?
Well, they're trying to make sure that all videos match up and there's no possible way. Well, he actually didn't do it. They're making sure that every video picked it up.
Yeah,
is incoherent with what both parties and people around are saying happened.
Hey, let's be honest. The way they're going after this sounds like he socked a fan.
Yeah. Which
the fan probably deserved. Hey, don't steal, man. I'm old school, man. I know it don't fit in with the woke culture today, but don't be stealing, man. Don't play stupid games, win stupid prizes, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't be stealing, man. Don't be stealing people's shit. You don't want to get socked in the face, man. I'll tell you what. If I'm a major leaguer, right? Look, Pook's a major leaguer. You steal my shit, right? And in the heat of the moment, I run after you. I'm not thinking about no fine. I'm not thinking about the press. I'm not thinking about shit. I'm thinking this guy's got my shit. I got to get my shit back, motherfucker. Right? I ain't thinking about no damn fines or MLB or what's this going to look like on social media.
Jersey, right?
No, Chris Benoit just sent you the video in the Sports Church chat.
Oh.
It's a FAFO type situation. Fuck around and find out.
Gotcha.
While we're on the subject, I must note that the Reds are now 2-1. The Cubs are now 1-2.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they play the Cubs 2 times this week. So it'll be interesting to see what we come up with next week.
Yep. I know. I'm going to one of the games.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Going to the Tuesday game.
All right.
Awesome.
Yep. Got to go to work at 7 in the morning. And then get off at 3 if I don't take a lunch, 3:30 if I take a lunch. And then we head downtown to go get some dinner and a couple drinks. And then go grab our seats because my father-in-law's got the season ticket package. So,
nice.
Is Edith drinking already?
Is she drinking already? She's drinking breast milk.
Well, I thought you were going to go out to dinner and all.
Oh, she's not coming with me.
Oh, okay.
That little terrorist is staying at home. I'm not. No. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have like 14 hours of no kids.
Wow.
I now understand why my dad, aka Pops, would spend an hour and 35 minutes in the bathroom every night. Well, he's probably hiding.
Peace and quiet.
Probably hiding from my mom too. But I don't blame him on that one. But yeah, it's the only place to get peace and quiet. I get it. Like, no, I'm excited to go back to the ballpark. It's like the only place in the world with big crowds that I don't feel like nervous or freaked out about. I love being at the ballpark. And so, yeah, I'm just excited about the season, man. And I know it's a long season, and I've got to temper my hopes for this year because
it's every day.
Yeah, I don't think the Cubs are going to be that great this year. But I don't think they're going to be as bad as they were last year or the year before. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how well they do and see what comes up at the trade deadline, which is the next big major hurdle in baseball. So, yeah, man. And I just one more thing I wanted to add was I'm kind of over umpires for fucking ever. I'm fine with robos. Bring them on, man. I can't stand some of these calls. I don't even know what some of these dudes are looking at.
It's ridiculous.
Let a computer do it. I mean, look, we're all gonna be dead in 10 years from AI anyway, so might as well just get it fucking moving so I can enjoy my baseball. And not be yelling at the TV like I have some fucking form of influence.
I'm all for a computer generated strike zone and just have an umpire there for when you got to do the tag at home plate.
He just stands there.
No, he just comes out, when there's somebody on third, he's at the on deck circle. And then when that guy starts to come, like if there's going to be a play at the plate, he makes his way up. Till then, he just hangs back.
All right. I'm okay with that.
I mean, that way, you don't have to worry about, Chunky Trunk standing behind you getting popped in the throat, his testicle or something, or in his armpit, and then you have like the whole free world pissed at him because, you got like Angel Martinez or something who doesn't know a ball from a strike to save his ass from a hole in the ground and, screws up a game. Because, it looked good like a strike to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think sometimes some of those guys are like, did I leave the stove on? Strike? Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Or, is my wife really cheating on me?
You know what?
A ball. It's a ball. What? Were you even looking? Honestly, not really. I was thinking about some dude banging my wife right now. Sorry. You're out of here. You're arguing balls or strikes. Wait, what? No, you just what? Oh, yeah, I'm over all that shit.
Or you have the umpire that's at first base because there may not be somebody at first base. He comes down for that play at home to call the play,
Yeah.
and then
No,
he goes
can't
back
get there.
up,
He can't get there.
and then
in
they
time.
can rotate.
He can't get there in time.
Well, the people that are at first and third are a lot skinnier than the dude fucking behind home plate.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get
Usually.
some of these umpires in a little bit better shape then.
Well, they're supposed to be. There are some that are in pretty decent shape.
Yeah, there's some muscled up ones. I've seen some that are obviously like TRT'd up or something.
It's not the 1970s, 80s umps that,
That's
just
true.
like, I'm staying behind home plate and that's all I'm doing.
The shot clock, they're going to work this out, and I love it. The shot clock in the NBA, no one wants to get rid of that, right? Nobody, right? It's great, right? The shot clock in college basketball, there's a time when they play with no shot clock, right? It was it was a much boringer game, right? There was a lot of passing. Boringer. A lot of passing, right? You watch those old black and white films. It's a boring game, man. This could help baseball.
A lot of passing.
I don't know. Maybe they should have had this pitch clock in 1908. Like I said, change is inevitable, right? You must embrace change here, right? You must.
I saw a bunt the other day.
You saw a what?
A bunt. I haven't seen an actual bunt in like 10 years.
That's awesome.
I was like, whoa, what?
Did he mean to do that?
And he had to wait until the shift was gone. That crap.
Yeah. Which would have been the best time to bunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of those guys, everybody knows you're a pull hitter. It'd be fucking amazing to just drop down a running bunt every time they pull the shift on you, and nobody did it. Like, that's like, what's the difference between hitting 250 and 300 in a season? Do you know what it is? It's a hit a week.
Yeah.
So imagine you did that once a week to mess with the shift. You drop it down. There's no way you can literally sashay to first base before anybody gets the ball and throws you out.
Yeah.
And nobody did it, man. It was kind of like disappointing, but yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot more stolen bases already. Again, it's only 3-4 games in the season, but you guys messed up in the fantasy league and left India unclaimed. That dude stole me 3 bases already. I saw him available, like, we can add people, and I got a guy hurt. Who do I get? I need a second baseman, middle infielder. India. All right, he's a red, but whatever. I'll pick him up, and he's crushing it so far. This could be his breakout year. He could be the one pickup. You got to have it pick up every year in fantasy, right? He could be my guy that just takes off and just rolls over, helps me roll over everybody in fantasy. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's that time of year. Of course, the only thing that sucks is allergies, but baseball is going on, and it's great. I love it. I've been listening to the podcast on the way to work, on my lunch. I'm just super, super excited and looking for a good season. Watch any game, anytime. I don't care.
And you have my MLB login?
Yeah. I do.
You're welcome.
I know. I know. Thank you, Kyle. All right, brother Bishop Pook Dawg.
Oh. Hey, so when you say that Edith's a terrorist, what kind of terrorist is she? Is she like a January 6er, or is she like a Bin Laden?
She's a white supremacist, feminist, domestic terrorist. Damn.
Sounds like she's going to get rejected by Antifa and they're really. I mean, there's like 3 guys out in the woods. That's like the far right, and but let's be honest. But anyway, let's get on to MMA, right?
Let's get on to MMA.
So much.
Stop talking about my domestic terrorists.
Get back. So there's something going on in MMA that's, I don't know if it's, I think it's good for MMA. It's good for MMA. I believe it's good for MMA. I don't think it's good for the Pook Dawg. I don't think it's good for the UFC either. The PFL, man, the PFL was prime time, and they had a couple of former UFC stars, man, people that challenged for the title. Marlon Moranis. Did he actually hold the title? I'm not sure. I'm sure Mr. Vinay might be able to help me out with that. But I know he definitely challenged for the title. I don't know if he held it. I think he might have. Thiago Santos, he challenged for the title as well at 205. I mean, and they both got beat. They both got beat. One by a decision. Thiago Santos got beat by a decision. I didn't see the fight. I'd like to see the fight, be able to comment on it. But sorry I didn't catch that. But Marlon Moranis, I actually saw the kick that won the fight. Brandon Laughname knocked Marlon Moranis right off his feet with a freaking low kick.
Nice.
Wham! Oh, it was wicked, man. He collapsed. And these are guys that competed in the UFC at the highest level, and they're going into the PFL and getting beat. There's some parity between these leagues now. These leagues aren't just feeder leagues anymore. I mean, they might be to the fan, but there's actual talent in these other leagues. ONE FC, we spoke about. Whenever a UFC retread goes to ONE FC and does something good or does something bad, we'll comment on it on this show. But this is a lot. This is going to be a lot for me to follow. I'm a little bit more than a casual fan in the first place, but to do the show, I need to get prepared. And if I got freaking 3 different leagues, I got to know. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. That's going to be something. And PFL is going to be getting Francis Ngannou. That's the rumor.
Oh, yeah?
So PFL is going to be getting Francis Ngannou. They're very close to signing. That was said by, I believe Francis said it. So once they get Francis Ngannou, they got the champ. They literally got the champ. I mean, yeah. I wonder how many people might and people might laugh at me when I say defect, right? But yeah, how many people might just start watching the PFL? It's on ESPN, right?
ESPN Plus is it on it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know what? I don't even know if ESPN is going to carry it if they keep doing this because the UFC, but it'll be on regular TV. It's on regular TV right now. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know if I even know what I'm talking about when it comes to this, honestly. But I'm telling you what I think anyway. Gamebred had a promotion last night. You know who I'm talking about when I say Gamebred? George Masvidal put on a boxing promotion. And it was very interesting because we had Roy Jones Jr. fighting Anthony Pettis. And
really?
a lot of MMAers got on beforehand, one of them being Big John McCarthy. And I'm paraphrasing what he said. This is an actual quote. You can find it. You can find what he said. It's all over the internet. But he believed it wasn't really fair, you know, for an MMAer to be fighting a boxer. And sure enough, it happened the other way around. 54-year-old, I will say that, 54-year-old Roy Jones Jr. got defeated by Anthony Pettis in a unanimous decision. I didn't see the fight, but he got defeated in a unanimous decision in a boxing ring by Anthony Pettis, a former MMAer. He's the guy that for all the people that ain't really into MMA, he's the guy that had that kick, that highlight kick where he freaking jumped off. Yeah, he jumped off the cage, kicked that guy in the head. So yeah, he recorded a decision against Roy Jones Jr. Very interesting. The other fights on the card were kind of fun fights because they were former UFC fighters, guys that are retired, you know. Guys are old men, but still look really good, like Vitor Belfort versus Zachary. And
Vitor Belfort?
Yeah, Vitor Belfort fought in this. And he won a unanimous decision, looks like.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That guy's got some serious head damage.
Yeah.
Vitor
Belfort, definitely. Wearing the Jesus trunks. And we got for Sports Church. He did it for Sports Church. We ought to get a thumbnail of Vitor Belfort for my segment with the Jesus shorts on for Sports Church. Oh, right? Jose Aldo fought in this and went to a majority draw against Jeremy Stevens. Two famous all-time greats, UFC fighters. We had pretty much that's it for notable fighters in that promotion. Now, what I want to get into now, the nuts and bolts of our conversation today is going to be the Israel Adesanya Alex Pereira card. And that's going to be next week. It's going to be a pay-per-view. And we have some other fights on that card as well.
Oh.
Yeah, you got Rob Font's going to be fighting Adrian Yanez. Adrian Yanez. That's going to be one to look at. Not even sure who's favored in that. If I was to guess, it's a coin flip match. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I was to guess, you're gonna have like a plus 150, minus 120 line, something around there, for that fight. You got Gilbert Burns is going to be taking on Jorge Masvidal. What do you guys think of that one?
Ooh,
should be fireworks, right?
I would like to see Jorge bounce back.
I think Jorge's going to get his ass knocked out. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. They got to fight the fight. If Gilbert Burns was smart, man, but and he ain't going to fight this fight. I don't think he is. But if Gilbert Burns was
Mini, we have a special guest.
I do.
So hold your ears.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
His internet is shitty.
Hey,
What's up, man?
Pretty bad tonight.
You're all right. You're all right.
Yeah, I just got done. I was grilling up some T-bones, even though it's like 40 degrees outside and windy, and was watching the beginning of it on Rumble. So I was like, man, I haven't talked to Pook and Pops in forever. So it's like, I gotta check out for a little bit.
Hey, T, how you been, my man? Hey, when you first jumped on, I hit my stomach turned upside down because I thought you were going to call me on some of my bullshit. I'm like, did I say some bullshit?
No, I just haven't seen you in a while. That's all.
Right on, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, bro. But yeah, I was checking out the Rumble stream, and yeah, if you're out there, follow us on Rumble. If you can, get one of those badges.
If you subscribe
build us up
for the month, Comms, aka my wife Alyssa, will gladly send you a T-shirt if you are a lovely, loyal subscriber on Rumble.
Yeah, I think I read the badges or whatever start out like $5 a month for the minimum donation or whatever on that. But all the money goes back to the creators on Rumble right now. They're not taking a cut out of it for this first year because they want to build the platform up and overtake YouTube eventually. So
I saw Rumble's also the co-sponsor for the Power Slap League or whatever the hell that is.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been able to get into that.
That
It's
game,
like,
man, that game should just stay in the garage of young teenagers, man.
Yeah.
Right.
That game belongs in junior high, man. And your dad walks in and says, "What are you idiots doing?" That's where that game belongs, man.
Well, I was watching one of the earlier. I don't know if it was actually Power Slap or if it was a different one of those slap fighting competitions that were out there. The one guy just came out with like a weed flag. It's like, his strategy was just to get as high as he could so he wouldn't feel it when he got hit. And then he got knocked out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if that's gonna work, man.
Yeah.
You kind of want to take a nap. It just helps. Bang.
so does the winner of the Power Slap League go up against Dana White and his wife?
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that too
invited,
soon?
Invited to a New Year's party with Dana White.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh well. All right, Pook. Keep on keeping on.
Squirrel.
We were talking about Jorge Masvidal.
We got an MMA fan on. We'll talk to him about this a little bit. Hey, what do you think about the Gilbert Burns Jorge Masvidal fight? Who wins that fight and why? T.
I like Masvidal if he connects with something. Masvidal,
he can knock anyone out.
He can knock anybody out.
He can knock anybody out. He could knock any. He went on some runs, man. And when he went on the real run is when he decided, hey, I'm not leaving this in the judge's hands no more.
Yeah, I mean,
so hopefully he comes in there with that mentality.
The question, of course, is after he took that brutal knockout from Usman when he fought him, now is his jaw a little softer than it used to be.
Well, I mean, what I was about to say before you jumped on is if I was Gilbert Burns and I was smart, and I don't know if him and his team is that smart. I mean, they're they're from Brazil in the first place. So here we got Gilbert Burns, right? He's a better grappler, obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like a no shit, right?
I definitely concur.
Why not
with
just why not even try to submit this dude? Why not just hold him down, make him nervous, and smash his face the whole fight? Why not?
Yeah, which
Why
yeah,
not? He's not going to do it.
It could end up just being a boring fight where he just takes him to the ground and it's just a lot of ground control,
leg humping
the entire fight,
a lot of wrestle sex. Anyway,
Hey, this is church.
Oh,
Okay. A lot of fun in the pews. There we go.
They don't call it Malin for nothing.
You got Alex Pereira fighting on the same card. It's going to be the main event. Israel Adesanya. Now, who do you guys think is the favorite in this fight? Now, keep in mind, Alex Pereira freaking fought this guy 4 times, beat him twice, kickboxing, beat him twice in MMA. Who's the favorite?
Adesanya.
Adesanya.
Yep. Yeah. He's the favorite, man. He's the favorite going into this fight. And when I look,
it makes sense because Adesanya was champion for how long? So he's got the name recognition. He's got more name recognition from casual fans.
That's it. The more people know him, and that makes him a favorite.
I think the handicappers are looking at the first 4 rounds of that fight and seeing exactly what everyone else saw. A dominant performance by Israel Adesanya before he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to keep from getting knocked out? Now, that's the thing the MMAers are saying, and MMAers are often wrong about predicting fights. They're not right, all the time. But the majority of MMAers that I've been listening to on my content that I've been looking at, they've been saying that they feel like Alex Pereira is in this guy's head, and vice versa, because Alex Pereira is not a bit scared of this dude. He's knocked him out already, however many times. I don't know if one of them fights in kickboxing went to a decision or not, but he's knocked him out however many so many times, and he's just going to press forward and he's going to find the freaking mistake and he's going to get a knockout again. And that's what a lot of MMAers are saying, but obviously Israel Adesanya's the style bender. They don't call him style bender for nothing. And he is the better wrestler, so why doesn't he use the wrestling too as well?
Did he have a leg injury too somewhere, or am I thinking of somebody else?
I think you're right, but that was a while back, man.
Okay, all right. I was just wondering if that was going to play, but
I think you're correct. But I think that might have been like 2 years ago, maybe.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
When's my girl going to fight? Jesus Christ!
There's no news on that.
News.
There's nothing to report at this time.
It's been like months, man.
There's nothing to report this time. I got her on my Instagram, I think. I don't know.
Hey, Pook, is Francis?
What about our boy?
Box?
I don't know I don't know. See, that's the thing. Like, he needs somebody that can promote his boxing match. Maybe the PFL signing is going to coincide with the announcement of the boxing fight and a PFL career. That's a guess. That's speculation. We don't know that. So I'm not reporting it as news. That's just what I'm thinking.
You think he's dipping to not fight Jones?
No, I no, of course. Come on, man. We know come on, man. Get real. Get real.
Well, you're leaving the UFC to go to the PFL.
That ain't how it happened. The negotiations broke down. It's like anything else, man. Negotiations are tricky sometimes, and you have to be willing to walk away from the table, right? And that's what Ngannou did. And maybe he gambled and he's not going to get a better deal. But a lot of the demands that he had for the UFC had nothing to do with his pay. It had to do with like fighter pay and fighter medical for everyone else. And the UFC just wasn't going to budge. They weren't going to budge on that, and he wasn't going to budge on that.
Do they have the same basic rules?
The PFL, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be judged the same way. It's in the same kind of cage, not an octagon, but the same kind of cage. It's going to be judged the same way. You got the same commissions, Nevada Athletic.
Doesn't Dana White own it as well?
The PFL, does he?
Yeah,
You're kidding me. I don't believe
I'm
that.
not sure.
I think he does.
No, man. I don't believe that. That's crazy.
That's why it's on ESPN.
Really?
It used to be on.
You're telling me
Used to be on
something new,
NBC
man.
for years.
Can
though.
somebody please look that up? Please.
Probably a good idea. Kyle.
I'll do it right now.
All right,
got
you're
my
the one who
phone
brought
out.
it up.
That don't sound right, and now you really are calling me on my bullshit if that's the case, because it's two. If they're owned by the same people, it's two freaking competing leagues, and they're actually feeding the PFL talent. We don't know if this might even be a backdoor deal that Dana White's sending Ngannou over to PFL. I doubt that.
He's a minority shareholder.
He's a minority shareholder. Okay, because I was going to say, what I got here is the founder was Don Davis and the CEO is Peter Murray.
But Dana White does have something to do with the PFL, obviously. Here, he holds a lot of stock or whatever. I don't know. I just know one thing. It's going to be when we got 3 leagues to pay attention to, because we got all the talent split up.
You know who else is a part owner as of January 16th of the PFL?
Ooh.
Jake Paul.
Ah!
Who also fights for the PFL.
Pook, you need to get Jake Paul on Sports Church, brother. Get on there.
Dear God.
Come on, I'm gonna talk to the guy. Not that he'd do this show, but you can take a shot, Pook.
I gotta talk to Jake Paul. I gotta find this dude. Oh my God!
It can't be fucking hard.
I've had verbal commitments from MMAers that come on the show, and it's hard to get these guys on. And they'll even email me back.
Maybe they'll allow knives at some point. I see Ray Lewis is also a part owner.
Oh shit!
Oh, wow. So I guess they're into murderers.
Hey, allegedly.
That's why I said the thing about the knives.
Jesus.
Is OJ in there too?
Would you stop?
Not seeing him.
Besides, the guy's like 800. And
800
gloves don't fit. You must have quit. He's old as shit now.
Oh, his age 800. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you going biblical on my ass?
No,
Sports church.
I wasn't talking about the amount of time he should have served.
Hey, Pook, you want to hear a really bad joke?
What's up?
You know what the first thing was said to Nicole Simpson when she got to heaven?
Huh?
Your waiter will be with you in a minute.
All right. So moving on, back to MMA.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. Alex Pereira, Israel Adesanya. We never even gave all of our predictions yet. Okay, what's going on? Who do you think is going to win this fight, T, and why?
I like Adesanya. He's a more complete fighter. I think he'll make some improvements from the last time.
Anybody else want to chime in?
Adesanya in the 3rd round.
Ooh, knockout. Man, you could get some serious odds on that. If that happens, you could get some serious odds on that.
Yeah, I'm not going that far. I think it's going.
Go big, go home.
Yeah. You got a winner in this, Mini?
I gotta go with Israel because I just think he's just one of my favorite fighters to watch. I was thinking about this. They did put him on the cover of the UFC game, and then he got hurt and lost. So do we have a curse?
The EA curse. Just
EA
like the Madden
curse?
curse. Yep.
Yeah. But no, I think he's a character. He's funny, great on and off.
That's probably why the Maple Leafs always do so shitty. They just put Austin Matthews on the cover of the NHL games.
There you go.
The Leafs would still be terrible, even if.
I'd love to see Israel pull out a win and keep climbing up there because he's an exciting fighter, man. The style bender, baby. So.
All right, Pops. Alex Pereira or Israel Adesanya?
I don't know either of them, so I'm not going to vote. No bets.
No bets.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know either of them well. So
Well, flip a coin. It's only 2 guys.
What kind of show do you think we're running here?
Jeez, oh Pete's.
All right, so I'll chime in on how I feel about the fight. I feel like I'm gonna bet this fight two ways. And I'm gonna bet this fight. I'm gonna bet on Izzy Adesanya for the win, and I'm gonna lay the minus 145 or whatever it is. And minus 145 mean you got to put up 145 to win 100. And then I'm probably gonna take Alex Pereira in a knockout, and I'm gonna get odds on that. I'm gonna get at least 3-1. I'll probably get more than that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make both bets because the way I look at it is either gonna be one or the other.
Yeah,
I mean,
if
Alex
Pereira pulls it out, it's going to be by.
It's gonna be a KO.
He's not going to win. He's not going to win a decision.
No, he ain't winning the decision. No, I don't believe. But he is holding the belt. So, you got tie goes to the runner, close fight goes to the champ. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how this shakes out. It could end up being a Pereira decision that people might be arguing. Who knows?
May 13th, Simple Simon versus Francis Ngannou boxing. Who's Simple Simon?
Man,
Got to be a boxer, huh?
Chris Benoit
no
sent you
idea.
the picture and the fight card in the sports church.
I have no idea.
Oh God, I'm about to ready to go upstairs and I got to fucking look up shit. Sports church chat. I don't see. Hold on a second. I'm not looking at the right chat.
Simple.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, hold on a second here. Apparently, we've got
I
something.
have no idea who he is.
Nah, I don't have a clue either, and I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Okay, well, that's not
He
working.
kind of looks like CK Punk.
Apparently,
Okay.
Simple Simon has a 1-1 record. It says here when I clicked on it. So yeah, must be a relatively new boxer.
Yeah.
If he's got a 1-1 record.
Simple Simon.
Yeah, obviously.
Seriously.
Obviously,
Dude,
this
This
is
is a joke. Look,
Yeah.
What? He better be
How
some
old is
gypsy.
this part? Simon, how old is he? My God.
Is he? This is a joke, right?
he's getting into boxing the old-fashioned way with a padded record, bro.
Yeah. He's fighting a guy with a 1-1 record, and he's making his debut.
He's gonna have a padded record. By the time he fights somebody for real, he's gonna have a padded record.
He's gonna die. Just look. Unless he's some gypsy motherfucker, likes dags and
He
caravans.
probably does like Dags.
Dags.
He probably is a
Dags.
his name's Simple Simon. He probably is a gypsy.
If he's a gypsy, he's got a chance. But other than that, if he's just some other white dude, I'm sorry, but just look at the fucking fight card. The Ngannou's just look. One, he can't break his nose because I don't really
Well,
what that
it's a-
nose
it's a
is
good-
anymore.
It's a good thing optics don't win fights because Fedor Emelianenko would have never won his first one.
Oh,
True.
yeah, but Nagano's gonna kill the man. Kill him.
Well, it all depends on if Nagano gets in shape for it. He may try to be cruising through this stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That sounds like a bad idea.
Because he was
Simple
dead
Simon.
set on setting Tyson Fury, and that got canceled.
Tyson would kill him.
I
Dead.
think honestly, man, I think Tyson Fury is a ruthless businessman to the point where it's not cool. I think that to the point where it's not cool. Seriously. I think that he was trolling Ngannou to try to negotiate his fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He used Ngannou as leverage. I could fight Ngannou. I could make this much money. You need to give me more of the share of the purse here. Like literally, I mean, that's why his fights, the recent fights that he's had, the guy that just beat AJ, I'm not a boxing aficionado, but the guy that just beat AJ is supposed to sign a deal with Fury, and they can't iron things out because I think Fury wants like 70-30 or more than that
Jesus.
of the purse. So of the take, I'm not sure. It might even be 90-10 for all I know, because I know negotiations and that have broken down. And I believe that he's just using that Francis fight as leverage in his negotiations. I mean, that I might be wrong. You know, I'm very conspiratorial minded. You guys know that. I might be wrong about that.
Well, I could see him. I can see a 70-30 to the winner.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Pook. Roll for today.
What's that for, dude?
I don't know. I just wanted to rickroll you.
You saw that meme I had out earlier this week too, right?
What is okay? All right, I'm not hip to you young kids and your memes and whatnot. What is a rip roll, and why is it funny?
Rickroll.
Every time
roll.
Rick Ashley comes out,
Like this.
you got Rick roll.
Emotional damage.
I just got rickrolled. What do you say when you get rickrolled? You just don't say nothing.
You just
right?
roll with it,
You just roll with it.
or you act like the fat Asian kid at a buffet table with a gold chain.
老铁们，咱们今天简简单单吃上一顿啊！双击扣把，谁勾谁把山豆家，弄弄乱没毛病，开喽！
You guys are giving me emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Liddy's got too many buttons.
Dude, I'm telling you, to your thing, you to your panel there, to your soundboard, you need to add a ping every time we talk about college baseball. You need to hit the ping button.
Okay, I'll find something.
Yeah, you could do a crack of the bat for the MLB, but who cares about that? We want to hear the ping.
Check your text messages.
My
What's
text
that?
message.
Does anybody use a wood bat in college ball?
Yeah, and well, I mean, like fall ball. Like, remember, like I was gonna go play for St. Francis with Dan, and they were using wooden bats.
Yeah.
And here's a bit of a problem with it is, one, they're expensive. They're fucking expensive. I mean, for India back then, and this is what, like 18 years ago. It was like $175 for a low-end Indiana Hoosier wooden bat, and you break that sucker on like an inside pitch, or because you have some weird issue with umpires. Yeah, that's $175.
Oh,
Boom.
okay, what do you got against Louisville Sluggers? They're reasonably priced.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're twice that price for those.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they're expensive, bro.
I haven't bought a baseball bat in a long time.
So you can go out.
That's high end baseball bat right there.
You're playing, you're playing semi-pro or college. You can buy a decent bat. The most expensive bat I ever bought was like $425. They made it illegal that year, so that was fun. But like $320 for a really good bat. -5, 32 inch barrel, 27-ounce bat. Well, 300 to 375, and it's going to last you forever unless you get pissed off an umpire and dent it on a fucking backstop. But that didn't happen.
So insurance companies started this with Little League, right? Is that what I gather from the aluminum bat thing, the whole aluminum bat?
What do you mean, like toning
like,
down?
I don't know, like
barrels?
40 years ago, like 50 years ago, 40 years ago. Like no, like
It's
like
just
actually,
mostly just a cost thing, man.
For the longest time, there was no such thing as aluminum baseball bat, right?
Yeah, it's a
like
cost.
Back in the 1930s,
Yeah, well, I don't know about back then, but really, it's a cost thing. You break a bat, it's anywhere from just let's say bottom of the barrel for the sake of argument, $200, all the way up to $500-$600 for a like pro level Louisville Slugger, Mizuno wooden bat. You break. I mean, for a major leaguer, it's no big deal, but for a college kid or high school, little league, that's not sustainable. Where you buy one bat and it lasts you a couple of years, so you grow out of it because you've gotten bigger. By the time you're high school and semi-pro college level, you're pretty much just about done growing. So you're in the bat you're in. and that bat can last you forever if you take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, my bats never lasted more than like a season or two because I just have a temper problem. So, yeah, especially way back then, it was really bad. So, yeah. Anyways, I've got to go walk the dog. T, since you're here, we kind of glossed over hockey, but you've got a lot more in depth. You want to do that, and then when I come back, we'll do Pops' auto sports report. I mean, you and Kyle.
We were talking in the chat earlier about is the Bruins going to be this team that can break the now decade-long streak of the President's Trophy winner not being able to bring home the Stanley Cup, or is it going to be a team like I was suggesting the Minnesota Wild is on now? I think it's the last 21 of their games. They've only lost one game in regulation, but the team they did lose to was the Boston Bruins. And my daughter Sammy actually was at that game. It's the one that they've lost in this last 21 games in regulation. I think the Bruins won that game like 5-2. A lot of the fans in the stadium thought it should have been like 5-4, but 2 goals that Minnesota had got called off because they were offsides on the play. And Sammy was up on the second deck. So she's like, "Oh, you got a good view of the ice from there?" And she's like, "Yeah, they were definitely offsides on both those plays." So it wasn't bad calls by the referees. They just were offsides and didn't get those 2 goals. And even if they would have, they still would have lost by a goal. So
yeah.
But this has been a historic season for the Bruins. I think what did I read? It was like they're the fastest team to 100 points in the last, 56 years?
59 years.
59 years? Yeah, I knew it was 50-something.
And we're back on pace to have the win record and the points record.
Yeah, they definitely built up a good team there. They got a couple of solid goaltenders as well. So they do got the total package going on. But hockey's such a fickle thing. I mean, you can look back through the years. You got teams that'll come in as an 8 seed and still win the cup. So
yeah,
it's all about getting hot at the right moment. But I mean, other than the game against the Predators recently, the Bruins have been on quite a streak themselves.
Yeah, I think we're on currently we're on a 7-game win streak.
Yeah. Well, there was a game during the week where they lost to the Predators 3-2.
Yeah, that broke our streak, and we started another one.
Yeah, so it's got to be like 3 games now, because that was earlier this week. It wouldn't be 7 games yet.
No, that was we played them on Monday. So this is our 4th game.
Yeah, my daughter sent me a text right after the Predators won. She's like, "Did you see that?" It's like, because Milwaukee Admirals are a minor league team for the Predators, so we cheer for the Predators, even though the Predators are kind of screwing my Admirals over right now because they're fighting for that last spot in the playoffs. And Milwaukee already wrapped up a spot in the Calder Cup playoffs, but now 5 of their top 8 scorers are playing for Nashville.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, so we're in the Calder Cup playoffs, but it's like, all our best players have gotten called up because at the trade deadline, Nashville traded away a few players to get draft picks in the future.
Oh, Mini just sent us this, so.
Yeah, awesome.
Alrighty. I wish I could find a picture of James watching Carl Pook bending over and looking up the end. Unreal.
Yeah.
Did your dog get any more games this year?
Not the regular season's done right now. They finished 3rd in the nation. We didn't get to play at the state tournament, so that was kind of stupid.
I read that you're going to Canada.
Yeah. So one of Sammy's coaches is originally from Canada, and she played college hockey at Liberty University. Well, now that the season's over, I guess her and her husband are moving back up to Canada. So she works for a place called Real Sports up there. They put on a few different tournaments up in Canada, and they invited Sammy to come up and play at this Ontario Girls Showcase. So,
oh wow,
it looks pretty nice. Looks like it'll be a pretty good experience. They get to keep their jerseys and socks after the games too for the weekend, so that'll be cool.
There you go.
They got
That's good.
these crazy tie-dye jerseys that all the different teams are going to wear, so it's a little different.
Is the Grateful Dead sponsoring
it? Yeah, I don't know. I guess they just kind of thought it was looked original.
Oh, I mean the Lithuanian basketball team,
or going back to the Mighty Ducks movie, the Trinidad and Tobago team.
Yeah.
What the hell did I come back into, boys?
So we were talking about that tournament that Sammy might go play up in Canada this weekend. They got tie-dye jerseys for all the different teams they get split into.
Okay, why?
Because it's
that's just what the tournament.
Dead.
That's just what the tournament's. That's just what the tournament's doing.
Okay,
but she gets to keep the uniforms after the tournament's over too. So adds to the stuff she gets to wear to practice.
So what's the over/under on months before you start getting letters from colleges, or have you already got letters from colleges?
No, I haven't gotten any letters from college.
I can't believe that.
I mean, she's
only a freshman, isn't she?
Well, she's still in 7th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
you're not looking for letters yet.
That'll come next year.
No.
Yeah, well, and then
year.
I guess her one friend that's on the 14U team, a level above what she plays, I guess she just got invited to the CCM 68s, which only the top 68 players in the U.S. get to go to.
Oh wow!
And then I think they're having like a tournament where the CCM USA 68 teams and the Canada 68 teams are going to be playing against each other. So they get broken into smaller teams, and then apparently they're going to have a tournament or something. But it's like, that's pretty cool.
Oh, there you go. Looking forward to that.
So, something to shoot for in the next couple of years if she keeps improving.
Which I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
That worked. Yeah.
How many shutouts did she have this year?
I think it was either 16 or 17. I'd have to look it up quick. But I think it was either 16 or 17. They played 49 games, and she gave up, I think it was 87 goals on 49 games this year. So yeah, her save percentage was below 2, or her goals against average was below 2. So that's
better than the Red Wings goalie.
Well, dead people are better than the Red Wings goalie.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair to the Red Wings goalie, you got to have some defense in front of you too.
And no offense, Chris Benoit, that's also better than your Canadians goalie.
Yeah. You're saying Ontario is a huge ass province. So yeah, we're going to Kingston, Ontario is where we'll be going. So it's not far over the New York, Ontario border. I think it's kind of close to Niagara Falls from what I heard. So it's like a 14-hour drive when I put it in Waze to check it out. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be we'll have to leave the day before the tournament starts, and we'll be on the road all day. It's I think it's Memorial Day weekend, May 26th through the 28th is the tournament. So at least you got that extra day off to drive back home.
Pitch clock violation.
Uh-oh. All right.
Oh,
yep.
No.
The Texas Ranger pitcher got a pitch clock violation, took his sweet-ass time. And then he struck the guy out on the very next pitch. It's like, yeah, I'll take my sweet-ass time. Sure. Oh, here you go. Strike.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the some of the pitchers are going to start playing games with that clock too. So that's going to be a new wrinkle to gamesmanship, new wrinkle to the strategy of the game.
How many times can the batter step out of the box?
Twice.
Right.
And he has to give
out of the box?
And he has to give ample warning to the ump before he does it.
Yeah.
Or it's a strike.
How long does he get to be out when he's out of the box?
He gets 3 seconds to be out, and he has to stay in the box for 8 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, geez. I guess I'm not right about the Niagara Falls being close to Kingston because Chris said it 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away. So whoever told me that wasn't right, but I don't know. I put it in ways that said it was like 14 and a half hour drive. And on the map, it looked like it wasn't too far over the New York state line.
So you're driving into a communist country. Is that what you're telling me?
Basically, I mean, I should get a semi for it.
Does everyone have a passport? Does everyone have to have a passport? Team?
Yeah, we got passports
now.
We had passports.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what the legalities were. That's why I asked.
Yeah, my wife's from the Philippines, so we.
Oh, everyone's got a passport.
Yeah,
okay.
We got passports the last time
but
we went to visit our family.
But let's say when I go back home, I've never been to Canada. I grew up 4 hours away from Canada. I never been. That's a shame.
Drunk on a bed
Right.
to make it to Canada.
Right. So right, it's Windsor. I'll go to Windsor, obviously, but my boys never been to Canada. You know, they've never experienced pure communism. I want them to know what it's like. So you're telling me they gotta have birth certificates now just to get to Canada?
They got that birth.
Man,
I don't know about the kids.
I mean, not birth certificates.
Do on the kids.
Yeah, my kids are adults.
I almost didn't get to leave Canada. I was stuck in Canada with Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't want to let him come out.
They thought he was Canadian?
No, they thought I was running him away from a divorce or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, crazy.
On the way back into America, I'm an American citizen with American ID, but I'm coming out of Canada, and I'm like, are you guys... Oh, you work for the government, so you're stupid. Oh, okay. Because if you were smart, you work in the private sector. But yeah.
You remember when Sumter from our unit walked through the gates there where they used to just ask you to declare your citizenship. Remember that?
Right.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even ask for no documents. They just declare your citizenship. You say U.S. citizen. He threw his arms up the air drunk and said, Brazil. and like it was a joke, right? And everybody knew it was a joke, including the officer, but the officer took exception to it. They'd detain him for 45 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He was funny, dude.
They don't have any sense of humor.
No, would you work at a shitty job like that?
They get paid pretty good money now.
Yeah.
From what I hear.
This asshole over here is just making fun of us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Pops. You ready to do your
You got the slides?
I got the slides.
Cool.
Eventually.
Well, like I said, it has been a busy weekend, and it started out with the NASCAR guys. The first race we saw was the trucks, and there is your winner of the first race. Was,
Can you imagine him and AOC have a kid? Whoa!
He is
the Joker's kid.
20 years old.
Oh,
20 years old. He started driving trucks when he was too young to go to many of the places they were going to. So he had a year of just making some races, not many. But anyway, this is his first win, and he did an impressive style. It was pretty neat, with the exception of two guys in front of him got taken out with one lap to go. So it was still, he was up front all afternoon. So it's neat to see that they got there. Go to the next slide. And I like this picture better than the one I just showed you. This is Carson Hocevar. Right next to him is Chase Purdy, Stuart Friesen,
Is he related
Ty
to Brock
Majeski,
Purdy?
this is the guy I keep pushing. Remember Ty Majeski, right?
Mhm.
And Jake Garcia. Again, it's wild to see. The next thing I'm going to give you, it will really freak you out. In that you look at the points report for the trucks, and who's leading the trucks? Ty Majeski. He's gonna pull an act like Kevin Olson did in USAC in the midget series, of being national champion without having won a race.
There you go.
Ty won races last year, but this year he has not won a race, but he's finished in the top 5 probably every race. So he ends up in first, followed by Zane Smith, Ben Rose, Kristen Eckes, and Matt Crafton. So it's a strong 5 leaders in the truck series, but it's neat to see that Ty is finally getting some credit for what he's been doing. Next slide.
Cool.
This is the Xfinity Series, and they were racing at Richmond today.
Nice.
And they put on a pretty good show, to be perfectly honest with you. Next slide shows you who was the winners of the races. And Chandler Smith, I don't know why it is that Smiths always win, but Chandler Smith wins. Zane Smith won last week. Chandler Smith wins this week. John Nemechek, Nemechek. Josh Berry is Dale Jr.'s buddy. And Kaz Gralla, Cole Custer, and Sheldon Creed are in the top 6 of the race. Standings in that series now goes to first place Austin Hill. Riley Herbst is in second. Boy, I can't read these guys. This is the smallest type they got. But anyway, go on to the next slide. We'll figure this out later.
All right. Hold on a second. Oh, where is it? Oh, there we go. Cool.
You recognize that guy?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. He's sitting on his pit box because he's part owner of the 2311 Racing. And he was not having a good day because Denny Hamlin didn't have a good day either. So anyway, next slide.
All right.
But then you recognize him, the winner of the race, as he wins everything. Kyle just does whatever he does. He just gets there, gets it done. It was an interesting race in that they really, really battled for the lead. I'm trying to get the standings up. Josh Berry, again, the guy who I talked to you about that was Dale Jr.'s buddy. Josh Berry is the guy that used to drive in super late models for Dale Jr. And now he's doing real well in Xfinity Series. Then you come down to Ross Chastain and Christopher Bell. And then the old fart, Kevin Harvick in his last year. It finished in third spot. So it is neat to see how the seniors are still doing it. Kyle Busch got on his high horse earlier this week talking about the parity in NASCAR.
Yeah.
And saying that, look, you look at how many people won, and they had 36 races last year, and there were 19 different winners.
Yeah.
So it's not like the same guys are winning 5, 6, 7 races a year. And he mentioned that he only had 1 win last year, and he's had years where he had more than 10 wins. So parity is there this year, and he compares it to Formula One, which he says there is no parity in Formula One. It's the Red Bull team against the world.
Yeah.
And that's basically where they are. Go to the next slide.
Un momento.
Go to the Indy cars. They were in Dallas, showing the way around that 1.5 mile racetrack. Joseph Newgarden won for the second year in a row. Last year he won leading 1/4 of a lap. So he took the lead on the very last lap and passed the runner-up coming off of 4. So Joseph did that last year. This year he was pretty dominant in that. He showed what could be done. Go to the next slide.
All right.
Joseph and your buddy, the Irish guy from Mexico.
I know.
Pato Award. This guy's got unbelievable future. He's got crazy amount of talent, and I think we'll see him in Formula One in the very near future. They wanted to send him over there this year, but they didn't give him enough credit for his wins, and so he didn't have enough points to drive in Formula One this year. Next slide.
All right.
This guy in third place, Alec Palou. If you remember, he was the guy that gave Chip Ganassi the heartburn because he said he was going to Formula One. and he had a contract signed with Formula One and a contract signed with Chip. So anyway, Alex is running this year in IndyCar, and we'll finish out the year, and we'll see what happens next year. But it's neat to see Scott Dixon in 5th place. So you got some new guys in the racing. Dave Malukas finishing 4th is pretty awesome. It's the parity in the league is just outstanding. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Next slide.
Mm-hmm.
Formula One Australian Grand Prix. Yes, the first loser can still have fun. Now, that's Verstappen, the winner. Can you imagine who's holding the bottle, spraying the champagne at him? That had to be Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
So Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, they had a great race. Verstappen was clearly better and was able to drive around Lewis without much hassle at all. Fernando Alonso, again, the guy can finish in the heat of the things. He doesn't have a winning car, but he's got a very strong second, third place finishing car. Lance Stroll, the son of the owner, he can drive also. So, and Sergio Perez is the other Red Bull car that just managed to finish in 5th. Next slide. And I may not have put it on subside. I didn't put it on another
Nope.
slide.
That's it.
It was interesting that Max Verstappen was knocking F1 considerably because the way they operated the race in Australia, they had 3 red flags, which, well, it made the race really choppy. I mean, one was just for 15 minutes, but it still had forced a restart, and those are standing restarts. And every time they have a standing start, there are crashes.
Yeah.
And there was 7 cars out of the race this year because of standing start crashes. So it kind of silly to do what they did. Coming up next is the Long Beach Grand Prix on the 16th, which is more than a week away. The NASCAR will be at Bristol and be racing on the dirt, which will be interesting. I hope it's not a dust fest. Last year it didn't turn out too bad, but it's very difficult to set up a dirt track on top of a concrete track. So
yeah,
they haul a ton of dirt in there, and it puts on a very good show. But you just never know what you're going to come up with. Interesting to see that Nico Hulkenberg, there was a question about where they finished because on the restart after the final caution or final red flag, they crashed considerably and cars was knocked out of it. And Hulkenberg was moved from 4th place back to 7th place because they restarted them the way they were set up to start in the restart. So Haas protested, and I don't know, 5 hours later they were told, no, that's the way it's going to be, period. And fortunately, Formula One had a rule that coordinated with what they wanted it to do. So Nico, while he had a good race, didn't get credit for 5th place or 4th place, I guess he was. He didn't get credit for 4th place. They're trying. They're getting the Haas car is getting better. It's just a matter of refining the car, and that takes a lot of money, and there's not a lot of money to spend this year because they're limited to $180 million. See, isn't that crazy? They're limited to $180 million this year. So, but anyway, that's what's going on in F1. But they will be in the United States in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. I'm sorry.
Circuit of the Americas. Or is it the Vegas race? What are they doing the Vegas race?
They're still trying to sell me tickets. I get every 3 days. I get a flyer from them of what they're doing, and I said, they want me to buy reserve seat tickets, but they don't show a layout of the racetrack because the layout has not been approved yet. And they want me to buy. I don't think. Well, number one, I rarely buy tickets, and I would not buy tickets not knowing where the race is going to be.
Yeah.
But apparently they're doing real well. They're on the ticket sales, so we'll have to wait and see how it comes out.
All right. So anybody else got anything? We've got a few minutes left. We can bullshit about whatever you want.
Well, I just really want to just talk to Pops a little bit because I noticed that there's a buzz around this F1 that people in the break room are talking about it a little bit. And I guess it's on Netflix. Is that correct? Is F1 on Netflix?
Well, there is a series on Netflix that's about Formula One.
And that's what's creating the buzz?
Yeah. And it has been. It's been on Netflix for this is the 3rd season of it being on Netflix. And it's a reality series. And certain teams don't participate because they don't believe in the way they're presenting the drivers, and so. But it's getting a lot of eyeballs, and they get a lot of viewing.
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot more casual fans of F1. That's all,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really hard because you see the same winner time and time and time again. But I guess we used to do that with Earnhardt all the time too. So
yeah, there was a time in NASCAR where it was a Earnhardt or it was a Petty or it was an Allison, and that was it. But it was I think a bit of a bigger crew. Like any given, like back when I was growing up and Dad was turned me into a pack mule. A willing pack mule. I mean, it was great. So I had to work a little bit. Oh well. But it was maybe like 8 guys that were always kind of in it. Had a chance to win the race. But with F1, it's pretty much just 3 people, and that's a little annoying because the cars are amazing. The tracks are so cool, and God, I mean, I could probably give you and describe every turn on Côte d'Azur and Monaco. I've run it so many times on video games. I love it. But man, to see the same people win again and again and again, it's like little boring. Sorry, gotta say so.
I don't know. I really thought it was entertaining when Hulk Hogan would beat the Iron Sheik over and over again. I thought that was great.
Because that's theater. But yeah.
There sounds like they're making theater out of the F1 a little bit with these
Oh, they are.
watching
They are.
show.
There's no doubt about that.
Sounds like the reason the other drivers and crews don't like it is because they're making theater out of them.
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know. We lost T. His computer went down. That's unfortunate. It was fun
What
to
a
have
surprise.
him back on. Yeah, I know.
Big surprise.
Yeah, I know. He's got like a high-speed, low-drag gaming computer, and he just tries to get on with that old-ass laptop from like, I don't know. It's probably got like Windows 1 on it or something. And
Got Windows Vista.
Windows Vista. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know, man. It's we barely mentioned the tournament, right?
Yeah, I mean San Diego State's I was a San Diego.
Who the hell saw that coming?
Yeah, nobody saw that coming.
Nobody.
I was a fan of San Diego State at one time, and distance, didn't make my heart grow fonder because I used to go to the games, and those were exciting live games with the crowd that they have, and that whole chanting that they do and everything. It's very exciting. It made me a fan. I actually got merch. I got San Diego State gear in my closet.
You went out and bought the merch, huh?
Yeah, I went to games, man. I used to go to games when I lived
in
San Diego. That's when I lived
Kawhi
in San
Leonard
Diego.
was playing with them?
Man, I didn't catch Kawhi. I wish I would have, but they had some really good teams after. The whole time Bobby Fischer was coach, they had good teams. And that program's, it's like they haven't skipped a beat here. I mean,
you mean Stephen Fisher? Bobby Fischer was a chess player.
Oh shit! You just called me out of my bullshit. That's hilarious. I'm done. Pook out. Good night, boys.
Good night, boys. Oh, wow. That's funny. That is too fucking funny, Pook. Oh. I don't know. Come on, we got a few more things. We got 13 minutes we can kill.
All right.
Dead air.
Did you see the video from what is it called? Motorsports. The what used to be Marine Corps Racing.
Battlestar
Did you see the video?
No,
yeah,
I have not.
Battlestar. It's a very good video of those guys racing down there.
Nice.
At Daytona Motor Speedway, which is
very cool.
Awesome. Now they're using the road course track, but you still are on the track for a half a lap. So
yeah,
you're getting some speed up there. I would love to be the guy that had the concessions for wheel bearings because street cars on that racetrack are not going to last very long.
No, I would assume so. Oh, boys. We lost Pook. How did we lose Pook?
Yeah, we lost.
Oh, I don't know. Chris, I wish I could explain you how the format works for fantasy baseball. I have no idea. You all told me to throw this together. I just threw it together.
Yeah.
I don't know the points, the scoring,
Kicking
nothing.
your wife's ass. Woo! Look at me, 7-3. Yeah, I don't know how it works either.
Did you guys do this on the Saturday night show?
What's that?
The draft for
No,
baseball?
we just did it on a Sunday.
We did it on a Sunday. It was right after I came back from Florida.
Can't Pops take over the manager list team, the bot team? Can't you make that happen, Commissioner?
It's either for Pops or Alyssa's friend Tim, whichever one wants it.
Yeah, I think we give it to Pops, so he has something else to talk about on Sunday.
What is the? Well, you're gonna have to help me with this because I have no idea what you guys are doing. So, who administers it?
Kyle.
I'm the commissioner.
Yeah, I know, but what device are we using?
No,
Yahoo.
it's Yahoo. So you should already be in there.
Yahoo, okay.
Yeah, you should already know how to navigate.
And it's the VRR Banana League.
Yeah.
All right. Banana League. All right.
Because I was on a Savannah Bananas kick.
All right.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome, man.
Electric lettuce cookies too, I'm guessing. But anyways,
that's a rumor.
Rumor, yeah,
Vicious
allegedly,
rumor.
yeah, vicious rumor. All right, man. All right, so final thoughts. Remember, never take a permanent solution with your temporary problem. Reach out there. I know it's not easy. It's a pride thing. Don't let your ego get in the way. Just go out there and reach out. And remember, you are primed for success. Just like my new job. I've been there 6 months. And they love me because I just go hard in the paint. I go to work. I work. And it's strange in this culture nowadays that's a weird thing.
Oh, it is. It really is.
I'm concerned about things. I bring up questions. I point out problems. I offer solutions. I fucking consolidated an entire warehouse. I'm basically doing what I did in the Marine Corps, except nothing goes boom, boom. And now I got another job that I had in the Marine Corps, and that's transfers, because I did all the transfers from Marine Corps Air Station Miramar to every other air station or ASP in the Marine Corps. So now they gave me that. So I'm doing that. They're like, you be able to do this? I'm like, yeah. If I could transfer, I don't know, $20 million worth of AIM-9 Sidewinders, I think I can transfer a couple $1,000s of flanges. I'm thinking I can do it. I think I'll be okay. But point being is you're primed for success. Everything that got you through the military, you apply it directly to civilian life. Your wishes, your hopes, your dreams. You go up there, you can crush it, and you will. You just gotta keep daring yourself, and the more you dare yourself, like, bitch, you can't do this. All right, I'm gonna do this. And it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling, man. So, yeah, that's all I got. Doc, what you got? Final thoughts?
Anybody reaches out, don't try and fix them. Just let them vent. You listen. Then when they're finally done, just know that in your heart, they trusted you for a reason. Take them out to get a cup of coffee or just get them outside. And just let them remember it's okay. And take it on from the next day. Other than that, start the week off right. Just remember Monday is a day. It's how you wake up that sets your time frame. And you can always adjust your time frame an hour at a time. Other than that, have fun.
Absolutely. Pops, what you got? Final thoughts?
That's kind of hard to follow with the two of you guys. All fairly cogent ideas. Anyway, I guess really the key is don't shut yourself down. Open up to somebody, tell them what your problems are and why it's bothering you. And talking it may give you insight into what the heck's going on besides what you think is going on. Because there's a whole lot more going on in the world that you're not paying attention to. And it can go favorably for you or it can go negative for you. So talk about it. Maybe you get some ideas and you don't take the final step. That's the key.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the Sports Church. We have plenty of shows coming on during the week. We've got the World Radio Show with Cal as a co-host and the Commander and Richie the Regnet King, who wasn't here today, and his pay has already been deducted. I don't pay him anything, so. But yeah, make sure you check their show out on our Facebook page, Vet Revolt Radio, or Veteran Revolt Radio. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Rumble, or it should be on Rumble. If I need to teach somebody how to do that, it's not very hard, but I will. So they get their show up here on the VRR network on Rumble, and maybe they can get paid $1.67. Other than that, they've got the Roy Anthony show a couple times during the week. Apologize to Roy. I don't know his schedule and his co-host yet, but they're more than welcome to do shows on our Rumble and YouTube channel as well to get their message out to as many people. Like a famous comic used to end every show. Have a good night and God bless. Big dating game kiss, everybody. Mwah.
Shazbot, nanu nanu.